Catch 'em in the pasture, run 'em in the pen, work 'em on the Sundays, do it all again. Race 'em in the sand, buck 'em in the mud, drip a cowboy's sweat, bleed a cowboy's blood.
I'm Zeke Thurston, 2016 World Champion Saddlebrock Rider, and you're watching The Pepperidge Stewart Show.
You happen to arrive. You have arrived here. Why? I don't know. Boredom must have got the best of you. And that happens sometimes. But I'm not here alone. Not here alone. Speaking of not being alone, there is Matt Malone.
There you go. The one and only.
He is here, the bull riding sensation, bull trainer, the bull trainer.
Well, the bull's something.
You got a school coming up.
We do.
You're gonna train some guys. So
Yeah.
Train the next generation. Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to do it. Might as well start with me.
That's right. Somebody's got to kick that mule. Speaking of mules, there is a show that has been out. Season 2 is filming right now, and Season 1 is out on DVD. And if you've been under a rock and don't know what we're talking about, then look at this.
Oil and gas industry makes $3 billion a day in pure profit. And it's only getting bigger. But before any of that money is made, you gotta secure the land, then manage the people. That's my job. First part's pretty simple. It's the second part that can get you killed.
Has already convinced itself that you are evil and I am evil for providing them the one thing they interact with every day.
Getting oil out of the ground is the most dangerous job in the world. We don't do it because we like it. We do it because we run out of options.
Everybody's whole family works the patch.
Roll the dice one last time.
Sticking with beer, you want something stronger?
I quit drinking, I'll stick with beer. Welcome to the oil business.
Paramount Plus hit series Landman Season 1, starring Billy Bob Thornton, Demi Moore, and John Hamm, is now available on DVD and Blu-ray. Has over 85 minutes of special features. So Landman Season 1, own it now on Blu-ray and DVD. So go get it. Go watch it. It's out there. If you missed it, go watch. It's good. It's a good show. Season 2 is filming right now down the road, so it's going to be interesting to see what transpires. Did you watch it? Did you watch Season 1?
I've seen some of it, and I didn't know owning land could be so dangerous, so it's kind of scared me.
Yeah.
No, it's been pretty good, and the cast they got some really big names in there, so it's turned out to be a good show.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious to see how it goes. But yeah, they're filming. It's filming now. I think it's been filming for a few months, so hopefully they'll kick it. I'm still waiting for the Madison to come out.
I am too, man. That's the one I want to see.
I want to see that. I want to see the Madison. I want to see
that one. Should be pretty good.
I want to see what happens in that because I got so much stuff I want to post, but I can't right now. I can't. So I'm just like, come on, get on with it.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff for you guys today. We're gonna have a special guest from the Professional Bull Riders. Is going to jump on with us here in a little while to tell you what is happening in AT&T Stadium and in Cowtown. Stuff's been happening in Cowtown already, and they're going to tell us what else is happening and what's going on this week in case you want to make your way down there. And with making your way down there, if you need tickets to anything, whether it's a concert, a rodeo, a baseball game, hockey game, whatever you want to do. If you have never used SeatGeek before and you want tickets, use SeatGeek. Go to SeatGeek.com to get your tickets and use code PepperStewart and get $20 off your order. So that will help you out because $20 might get you a Coke.
Yeah.
You save that
One of
$20,
those events,
you can get a Coke at
pay
that.
for part of your parking.
Yeah. So do that. But other than that, we got that on there. We got some PBR highlights we'll get to after a while. We got another one of your favorite. Everybody liked the last one, so we're going to do it again. Somebody dropped another dinger of 10 for 10 westerns. 10 westerns that are 10 out of 10 no matter how many times you watch them. So we are going to dive into that.
Hopefully it's better than the last one.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so. And we'll dive into that today. And then we do have a couple of movies coming out. We'll throw some trailers at you. Some rodeo movies coming out. We'll have some trailers after a while for you on that. And then there was something else I was going to say that I didn't write down, did I? Oh, Stable Pro. Stable Pro is a software for, I believe, horse trainers and horse folks.
Okay.
And it's supposed to simplify all of your invoicing and billing and I guess all that kind of stuff. So I'm not familiar with it, but there is a guy that is, and he's going to jump on.
That'll be interesting to see. So.
And tell us, because anything that can make paperwork simpler.
Yeah. Well, when you said make things easier, I thought it was like going to feed in the mud and stuff like that.
That's what we really need.
That's where the help I need.
That's the robots that they're building right now. Did you see? I saw the other day that a robot somewhere in one of those factories where they do the robots.
Yeah.
And one of the robots got mad and started attacking the people.
Really?
Yeah.
I missed that one.
I was like, have we not seen this movie before?
I was going to say there's 1,000 movies out. You know what's coming.
Have we not seen this before? This is, we don't need robots. Just like when I put the story out there the other day about them people that said they made wolves or recreated a wolf or something.
They did.
I'm like, did you not watch Jurassic Park? Did you not see how that happens? Like, oh, let's go do. No, those things are gone for a reason.
Yep.
And especially in today's times, there's no point in recreating any of them animals that are gone because where are they going to go?
Exactly.
There's not enough room for them now.
No.
You're putting in neighborhoods and parking lots. And
I don't know, though. You could really, if you were in the right business, you could make some money on that. Think some new hunting seasons. Can you imagine what you could charge for a T-Rex tag?
Oh, man, that would be. Oh, speaking of T-Rex tags, now you reminded me of something else. Golly. All right, so there was a post somebody put out. You've probably seen it. And it was from Jurassic Park. It was one of those dinosaurs, the animatronic dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And it was just sitting there. And somebody took a picture of Steven Spielberg or somebody was sitting down beside it with a rifle. And then somebody made a post. Can you believe they're out there hunting these dinosaurs?
Oh, my God.
And the internet, the people, and I'm like, does anyone not realize there is no dinosaurs? And they were just going off on them about
crazy.
that. I'm like,
It would be interesting to see all the new recipes that come out.
If it tastes anything like gator tail,
Yeah.
who
knows?
That would be good. That would be good. So we got anything going on over there? Or are we still rambling about this stuff? I got a good goat story too. Guy on a bike got attacked by a goat. Or did he? There was a video. I saw the video, but the video was real grainy and gravelly. And it was in another country, so I don't know what they were saying. You could tell whatever was funny because they were laughing.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, they were laughing at this guy. But, yeah, he got attacked by a goat during a bicycle race. I don't think he was in. Picking at goats, Red River Horse Sale at Savoy, they've got a goat sale now.
Did they really?
I think it's the first Friday of every month. They're doing goats and chickens. And I learned something else about chickens, that in order to sell chickens, I guess at the auction, you have to have a license.
Really?
You have a chicken license.
Why is that?
I guess it's either a money deal for, make money or quality control, like bird flu and all that stuff.
I guess.
So yeah,
One
you have
way
to
to
have
regulate it.
So for $35, you have to have a chicken license to sell chickens. I thought the license were more. At first, I was like, you got a chicken ranch license? I was like, I'm not in Nevada. I'm here in Texas. I don't need that. But yeah, so for $35, you can apply for a chicken license, and the USDA inspector in your area will come out, inspect your chickens, inspect your place and give you a license, or if you don't like your chickens, I guess they get rid of them. I don't know.
I mean, that's...
So that was interesting to learn about that. So I've got to fill that out and see.
Yeah.
'Cause I've got goats and chickens. So I'd like to sell some, but instead of goats and chickens, let's move off to some horses and do some horse stuff. And with that, we got James Dexter right here. What is happening?
Are we connected?
There we are. Yes.
Hi, nice to meet you, Pepper.
I can hear you now. So where you said you're at a different part of the country? Dakota, Nebraska? And
Sorry, I keep on so I'm over here in northern Nevada, and we're dealing with quite the windstorm right now. That might be what just happened.
With the technical difficulty, yeah, that happens. Nevada. So what do you do up there? I know you got Stable Pro, and we'll get into that, but what else you doing up there? Are you farming, ranching, riding, competing? What's going on?
So technically, I grew up as a rancher's kid, and I have my own little ranch now where I raise some horses. I went off to school for a little while and ended up with a pharmacy degree. So now I'm the chief pharmacist at the clinic here, and kind of that pays for all the bills so I can do all the fun stuff.
Right. All right, that'll work. So tell us about this Stable Pro. Tell us what it does and kind of how it works.
Yeah. Well, I kept on noticing just all of the trainers I would work with, regardless of what echelon they were in, really kind of struggled with similar things, whether it was invoicing, lesson scheduling, all of those things. So after dealing with it for a little while, I'd get text messages in the middle of the night with a picture of a scribbled out invoice. And I was like, there's got to be something better than this. Right. And there really wasn't anything that really fit the bill.
Yeah.
So started just exploring how I could do it better. And next thing I knew, like, my entire bedroom was covered in note cards. Looked like I was tracking serial killers in there. And before long, I went into it thinking, oh, it's going to be easy. It was not easy at all, but I learned a lot on the way. Kind of figured out how to manage a team, really get a development team going. Ran into and hired an excellent developer to bring all this together. And now I get to work with horses and trainers all the time.
All right. And you're, is it a mobile app? Is it all computerized app, or how does the program work?
So right now it's mobile reactive website, and we did that because we can iterate on it faster and put into work trainer feedback quicker. So eventually we will rebuild it out into a mobile app, but for now it works very well as a mobile reactive website, and then I can just distill out what trainers are telling me they want to see improved and fixed or changed, feed that to my development team, and we can get updates out like every week. It's probably 10 times as fast as it would be otherwise.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen your signs and your ads down there, all the way down here in Texas at the East Texas Stock Horse. Seen that this weekend. So.
Yeah, I got to work with Amy to sign up to be their title sponsor this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a question for you. So now that you got this thing going, where does it end? I mean, are you satisfied here? Are you going to continue to grow it? I mean, can it be used for other things, ranch related? Like, there's such a huge market for bucking bulls. I mean, I guess could it be used for other things other than just the horses?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a phenomenal question. What I have numerous iterations designed out that we are going to work with as we kind of take these steps on. One of the first things we're doing is approaching some of the big associations and trying to work with them so that we can, as we build out the client portal more and make it so clients can do more, we can integrate and connect to these big associations like AQHA, APHA, and make it so they can just register their horses through the program, do their memberships. All of that could be done through this. So ideally, in the future, I see this completely integrating the equine industry.
All right. And on your website, I did notice that you had a lot of good feedback on the site from some of your clients and things that have been using the site. So that looks pretty good. And I also noticed you got an affiliate program going as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We just launched that about a week and a half ago. And the way I've set it up, I really want it to work so that we're giving back to whoever's putting the effort into getting people signed up for Stable Pro. A big part of that is like the associations, like East Texas Stock Horse Association was one of the first groups to sign up for it. And it generates a link for them. They can then place that link in their social media, their emails, wherever they like, on their website. Anyone who clicks on it is then logged as one of their users. And when they actually complete the subscription, it will give back to the original affiliate set amount.
Right. Okay. All right. And then as far as your program goes, is there different levels, different ranges, different pricing ranges, different levels? Like if somebody's working 10 horses to 20 horses to 100 horses, is there different levels where they can get in and where they don't, like a subscription where you can have
absolutely
a different level, different amount to work with?
Yeah, and I actually built that out because so many of the people especially dealing with this younger generation of people who are looking for technology as a solution, we wanted to make sure that we were able to get them in the door at a very reasonable price. So made it so the first tier, and what I designed was an auto-tiered subscription. First tier is 1 through 10 horses. It's just $10 a month. 11 through 20 horses, $20 a month, and so on, $10 per 10 horses. Mm-hmm. The reason I did that is it will automatically grow and shrink based on the business that you're doing. And it makes it so that your younger trainers who are trying to get into the business can utilize this kind of a software and not break the bank.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, before we get out of here and let you go, I'm sure you're busy, got a lot of stuff going on. So the best way for them to look you up is going to be your website.
Website is stablepro.us.
Stablepro.us. All right. Well, James, man, I appreciate you visiting with us and letting the folks know about it, and they can check you out and get signed up for the program.
Awesome. I appreciate you having me on.
Thank you.
You have a good one.
Thanks. So Stable Pro, check it out.
I will. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to mount my laptop on my saddle.
Well, that's where your notepad's for in your pocket.
I got you.
Fill it out, throw it in there. But yeah, but I guess that's a pretty good deal because I guess, you're out there on the horses all day and then you write stuff down, then you lose it, or everybody's still handwriting stuff. Well, if it's in there, somebody says, hey, I gave you a bill for so-and-so. Well, I don't see it. Right. Now, boom, email. There it is.
That'll save a lot of confusion. I could see how that'd be very helpful. So I think it's a great idea.
That will help them out. Oh, we got a movie trailer. We can probably throw out right quick. Also, fun fact, this is the 20th anniversary of Brokeback Mountain. Did you know that?
No, that's one I don't keep up with.
It's coming back in theaters.
Really? Why?
It's 20-year anniversary.
It'll probably do better now than it did then, and it did great then.
If I remembered this, I'd have brought because I got an email about it, and I brought it because it talked about the original guys that they wanted for the show. I think it was Matt Damon and Ryan Reynolds and some other guys like that they pitched for the show. But yeah, so for the 20th anniversary, they're going to throw it back out in theaters, and then I think they're going to see how it goes and maybe do
a sequel.
A sequel.
I couldn't take it serious with Ryan Reynolds.
So I don't know, but the only thing that I have to bring up every time that gets everybody's goat is when they find out that Larry McMurtry read the book and liked it so much he wrote the screenplay.
Yeah, that's kind of shocking.
So when you watch Lonesome Dove with Gus and Call, you're just thinking about Larry McMurtry writing the screenplay for Brokeback Mountain. And then you can do with that what you will.
What you want, man.
Do with that what you want. But speaking of Brokeback, we got a trailer for, it's not a Brokeback movie. It's called Broke. Unless he broke his back. I guess we'll find out. But there's a trailer. It just come out. You can go get it right now on, I think, Amazon. You can rent it, but it's out. It's another rodeo movie because part of the, what do they call it, the Taylor Sheridan, it's not one of his shows, but I lost the word. But the, I don't know, he shined a light on Westerns.
He has. He's brought that genre back
everybody,
to life.
that's what I say. Yeah, everybody wants to be in a Western now. Everybody wants to do a Western. Everybody wants to have a Western. Hang on, don't play it yet. I did see the Alec Baldwin movie, Rust.
Yeah,
it's out. And I was reading the comments after the trailer, and the comments did not disappoint. They were like, "Oh man, that's a killer movie. Those weapons look realistic." I mean, it was. They were going off on. But anyway, Broke, a new movie. It's out now. Check out this trailer. See if you want to watch it.
Nothing and nobody can make me feel as alive as I do when I'm on the back of that horse for 8 seconds. Hey, Ma. It's your last year if you're gonna enlist in the Marines. You want to work for me for the rest of your life? I don't think so.
True. What do you do, bud?
Ride broncs.
Really?
You may run for a long time, run on.
It's those almost great rides, those ones you remember, right?
For a long time.
Came all the way to Oklahoma to watch me ride. You must really love me.
We're not in Oklahoma, True. We're in Nevada.
I need to get back on.
Writing is something that you did. It's not who you are.
Go tell the long-tongued liar.
So what's your plan?
What? I don't know what the plan is! Tell that midnight rider.
Being a man means making tough decisions.
Run on for a long time.
Don't let them pull you off that horse.
Tell you that God's gonna cut you down.
Broke. So check it out. Check it out. So, Broke is a good show. By the trailer, looks good. Hadn't seen it yet. I did look on. I was trying to figure out where to watch it, and I saw it was on Amazon.
Is it out on Amazon now?
Yeah, I think it's on Amazon. You can
Check
rent
that
it
out this week.
$6. Speaking of goats, so there was a show that I watched called The Goat, because it's right along the lines of all that stuff that I watched, like Traders. Traders is good, and there was The Trust. It was good. That matter of fact, Brian Fireball that was in here with his Longhorn stuff. He was on that show. He won the show. He won a big chunk of money on that show. But there's a movie called The Goat, and it is a reality show. But if you watch Joe Schmo back in the old days, there was a Joe Schmo show, and it was a scripted reality show where everybody was actors except for the one guy. And at the very end, when they did the reveal, it was weird. But they hadn't done them. I guess they hadn't done them in a long time. So they did another one that came out. I think it's on Peacock or one of those streaming sites, and it's called The Goat.
Okay.
And some of the stuff they do is over the top, crazy stuff. There's a few times during the show where it's like, is this even real? Is this a joke on me? I mean, there's certain times where he's like, there's no way this can be real. And they had to reel him back in. And so during the show, which the show was filmed during COVID, so all the people, the producers, they've all got masks on. So I was like, well, I was like, oh, it's probably old show. They're editing. So what they did is, after each day, each night, they would have to rewrite the scripts for the next day.
Okay.
For all the actors, all the people, so to keep everything going.
Right.
And so it's called The Goat, where they have a pet goat that's there on the property. So somehow I forget how it happened, but he wins the job of tending to the goat. So every morning he has to go out, feed the goat, water the goat, tend to the goat, do whatever. And while he's doing this, they're going over scripts for the day. And it's some of the contests that they do are just so over the top, and the characters are nuts, and it was pretty crazy. But I mean, it was a funny show. It was entertaining. And then even after the show, a lot of them still became friends and hung out, stuff like that. But yeah, it was such a crazy. It was, I don't know how to explain it, but it's the GOAT.
How long does that run? I mean, like, how long was the reality show?
I think they were there for 15 days, so there's probably 10 or 12 episodes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Of that, but yeah, I had to watch. I was watching it is when it was out, so I had to watch one every week. But now the whole thing's out.
Now you can binge watch it.
Yeah. So you got a goat. You got a goat over there doing something?
I got a goat story. Yeah, let's go back to the one you went. We're going all the way to New Zealand. So apparently, I guess what is equivalent to the Tour de France, they call a European. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Giro d'Italia. They had a near brush with disaster when a stray goat collided into a rider's leg in the back wheel, and the momentum in the moment was caught on camera. So Dion Smith, a member of the Wainty team, was in a 99.4-mile stage race. And, they spotted a small herd of goats in the road in Albania. And Smith moved to the right side of the road to avoid the animals, but one of them darted across the road in a mad dash and ran straight towards his bicycle. And they did catch the incident on camera, and it was quite interesting. He did manage to finish 124th, about 15 minutes after first place. I wonder where he would have been had a goat not interrupted his ride.
I saw there was a video of that, but we didn't bring the video because it was so grainy, and hard to see because it looked like it was filmed off somebody's antique GoPro.
Oh gosh!
It was behind them,
right?
And you could just see this little brown goat just running, just going beside the bikes, and all of a sudden he just runs into him and knocks him off his bike.
Well, I guess if he wasn't going to win, he had to do something to make the headlines.
Speaking of headlines, there's headlines going on here in the DFW right now, and so. There's a lot of stuff going on. We know about most of it. We don't know about all of it, but we do have somebody that's going to fill us in on that. And we had a fill-in here. He does not look like Sean Gleason. That's Robert Simpson.
Don't say that. No Sean Gleason, so apologize. So yeah, we had the movie premiere last Rodeo happening tonight, and I guess they couldn't figure out the technology to get him connected from over there. So yeah, you got me. So hopefully I can do you justice.
So tell us what's going on. We got you got the Kid Rock Rodeo coming up Friday night, and then you got the finals. How did everything go over at Cowtown with the elimination ride?
Phenomenal. Year 2 of this format where it's kind of a progressive, right? And so we take the top 45 guys in the world and put them on 4 straight bulls. Have a couple rank pins of bulls that they have to get by and so forth. So showcasing the bull power, showcasing everything world finals. And 4 sold out performances at the Coliseum in the stockyards. So really proud about that. Just a really super good vibe. All the outside activity, everything, all the ancillary events, that we did during the day. And then of course culminated at night with the performances and couldn't have been better for the kickoff for the elimination rounds.
Okay. And then when you get ready to move over to AT&T, what do you got kicking off Friday night?
Well, we still got 2 more in stockyards. So Wednesday, Thursday, kind of that progressive format. We take those 45 guys, the top 20 qualify. So we take the top 15 in the world standings, and then the top 5 from the elimination event, and they automatically advance to AT&T Stadium for Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
The other guys, right? The other 25 guys have to ride their way back to get back to AT&T Stadium. So, it's a cream rises to the top scenario that you need to ride bulls to advance, and so. the guys that got cut per se have to go through, the redemption rounds is what we
Right.
call it at the stockyards again. 2 performances. We also throw some other invites in from other tours, other champions, and this and that didn't qualify. And so we want to bring the best field that we can have at AT&T. And so 2 nights they'll ride again, and the top 5 out of those advance to AT&T Stadium. And so we'll have a field of 25 guys when we go over to to the stadium, and then have 2 rounds a night on Saturday and Sunday, and then we crown a world champion come next Sunday afternoon.
All right. Were there any guys that didn't make it? They're going to come back and do the ride for redemption that kind of surprised you thought wouldn't be having to re-ride?
Yeah. I mean, there's some guys that were kind of hot towards the end of the season that got cut. We had some guys to throw out some. Yesterday you had a 90-point scorer took 4th.
Yeah.
I mean, Man-Hater got rode, which is our Bull of the Year. So he already won Bull of the Year. Don't even have to go to AT&T to, so he was just dominated all year. And so he already won Bull of the Year, but I can't remember what the Bull score was off the charts, and so they, it's just, like I said, 4 90-point rides yesterday. The guys came to play ball.
And you've got a couple of guys right now that are 4 for 4, Jose Vitor Lemmy and Clay Guyton.
Yep.
And I mean, just you talk about the bull power, and it just amazes me how the riders are able to keep up with the bulls that are coming these days. And I mean, they're keeping up in full fashion. I mean, like you just said, 4 90-point rides. I mean, you can't do that unless you literally have the best of the best, because the bulls you guys are bringing are just incredible.
Yeah. And over the last few years, it's, the bulls they're, to your point, just off the charts. The breeding programs, the, sire and dams and, offspring of, all of these, world-class bulls. And so the bulls have just gotten so good. But this year, we rode in the season average at 40%.
Yeah. That's what I've noticed, and that's pretty unheard of.
Highest ever. Yeah. And the guys are just, they're up in their game. So it's great watching.
Well, you can just tell. I mean, it's people don't always associate bull riding, or they don't look at it as a top pro athlete sport. But to look at the caliber of these bulls, and then the guys and the workouts they do, the training they go through, the injuries they go to, there's no way you can look at these guys that weigh, 19 years old, 130 pounds, and not call them the cream of the crop pro athlete. So it's just the way I look at it, coming from a fellow bull rider. So.
Look at those 4 90-point rides,
yeah.
Right? You tell me somebody else that stay on those that caliber of bull. Yeah,
not gonna happen.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. All right, well, I'll tell you what, Robert, I'm sure you're busy. You got a lot of stuff going on over there, so we'll let you get back to it. But we appreciate you hopping on and letting us know what's going on, man. And we'll look forward to a good finals coming up this weekend.
We appreciate you guys having us on.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, sir.
Thanks. It's going to happen.
It's unbelievable, man. I mean, I've been watching that. I'll give you a quick recap. I mean, 2-time PBR world champion Jose Vitor Lemmy. He's 4 for 4 in the eliminations, and he's went from 18th place all the way up to 6th place. And he actually, if things go right, he could actually be the 3rd person to be a 3-time world champion. Everything's got to go his way, but I mean, his work's cut out, because I'm telling you, Dalton Castle right now is number 1, and that man is unstoppable. So,
I think we've got a clip of that. We got a Dalton Castle over there. I think we've got a little bit of that 90-point action he was talking about over there. I think we got some of that over here. Okay. But that's what a 90 is.
I mean, they're right there, and that's all grit, all try.
On Hoover Stank? That Hoover Stank?
Yeah. Boom. He knows what he did. He knows where he's at.
And look at this. Like I said, sold out crowd over there. Did you see the Mexican OT at the midnight bullfights?
I did. That was kind of funny, actually.
I was like, man. But yeah, he went out there and he got after it.
He took it. He took some shots too, didn't he?
He probably feeling it, but
I'm sure he does.
But yeah, that was interesting for sure. And I guess Friday night there's Kid Rock. So last year they did the first Kid Rock and Rodeo. So I went over there and talked to old Kid Rock and asked him a little bit about it. And we'll see what he had to say. And then maybe if you catch him this weekend, get a follow-up for, his second year doing it.
Right.
Because this is what he said to me about doing it this first year. This is before the event. Kid Rock and Rodeo. So you've been involved in rodeo for a little bit. So how's that been being around PBR in the bull riding?
Great. Everybody for that knucklehead Sean Gleason. No, it's been great, man. What a group of people. Like I was saying earlier, just, it's a space I want to be in with just great, hardworking folks who love America, love Western culture. And, really looking forward to try and move the ball down the field, move the needle a little bit, just in all things Western sports, and really try to take it to some people who maybe don't know so much about this and really turn them on to it.
So how's that working out for the teams, and you think that's going to kind of catch on with regular rodeo?
Well, I would have to think after being around walking this planet for this long that what I have noticed is that competition always breeds better. So, with having people going to head in a lot of these events, hopefully that creates, this is the first time we've done it. Anybody's done it. So, I'm looking forward to some of the stories and drama that might create. And then hopefully it just gives people just that little extra kick in the ass to try and, try just to push that right over. If you're giving 100%, maybe you want to try to give 110 now, because it's not only just you're being timed. You're also, got a little bit of your, mojo on the line when you're going against somebody.
Okay. So there you go. So that was before the first one. So now the first one went, and it was good. It was a good show. It went way longer than it was supposed to.
Right.
But, you get that on the first one. That was the first one. Because what I was really looking forward to was the bull games. Because, the bull games they do over there, like we were talking about, they do over at the Coliseum, the midnight bullfights. Right. Well, that's what they were going to do. But they ran out of time. Because Webster brought bulls in, and they were all ready to go. And it went late, so I'm hoping they got that worked out for this Friday night. And but it's entertaining because when you're out there on the rail and you're watching, and it's got to be adrenaline's got to be pumping, because just like if the barrel racers or the calf ropers and team ropers, normally you go when you want to go. But it's not that way. You got the stoplight up there.
Yep.
And once that light starts changing, it's just you got to go. So if your steer's not looking right or your calf's not looking, it doesn't matter. You got to take it how you get it.
Yeah.
And man, it was entertaining. The only thing I would like to have seen them do was do the bull riding at the same time.
That'd be neat.
That would have been fun.
They should.
Watch two bulls bucking at the same time.
Yep.
Two broncs bucking at the same time. Yeah, you're gonna have some crashes. You're gonna have some wrecks, but boy, that'd be entertaining.
Oh, yeah. That's what people want to see.
Well, they do it. There's some of those events I see the videos online where they do that, where they
do. I've seen up have 6 shoots. It used to be big at all the prison rodeos, and I've seen that recent.
Yeah.
Recent. They still do a lot in Mexico.
Yeah, just open all the shoots and buck them all at one time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty good.
I'm excited. I think it's going to be interesting. Like you said, their first year they had a few kinks, and now to see, work that out and see how they put it all together this year, I'm excited. I'm sure it's going to be bigger and better.
Yeah, and then you got Kid Rock's going to perform, and I don't know if I've seen who's going to be with him.
I haven't
or
either.
not, but kind of like last year, it was kind of it wasn't really out there who was going to be there.
Right, it's kind of surprising.
But then when Jelly Roll started walking around, it was pretty obvious.
Who'd you bring?
Yeah, what was going to happen?
Right.
It was pretty entertaining. So I'm curious to see, because he was at Jelly Roll was at Billy Bob's or Fort Worth or something before that, so it was easy for him to come over.
Right.
So here's what I'm thinking. This is where my mind's working now. I seen the videos from the other night because the Mexican OT was playing at Billy Bob's.
Yeah.
And then he was over there at the bullfights. So I wouldn't be surprised
if he's not back.
If he hops out on stage with Kid Rock.
If he's in the area at the same time, it'd be kind of hard not to.
Yeah. So because Kid Rock runs with he plays with all genres of music, all the different artists. So it wouldn't be a stretch at all for them to
There ain't no telling who he could bring on.
team up. So we'll find out. Speaking of teaming up, we got some more westerns. Somebody wrote a story. Damien wrote a story. Since I got that last story, I get so many of these stories now. I had probably 10 of these to choose from, but I went with this one because there was only 10 movies. And we don't
I thought it's because of the guy's last name.
Well, that's what I'm questioning. Is I was like, okay, I see who wrote this. Now I need to know what he's thinking. So, this says 10 westerns that are 10 out of 10 no matter how many times you watch them. So, I don't know if these are in order, if they're ranked, but number one, or the first one off his list, is Tombstone. And so he says Tombstone is easily one of the most epic Western films inspired by true people. And then it tells, I guess, a story. Tombstone follows Wyatt Earp and his brothers attempt to settle Tombstone, Arizona. So he's saying Tombstone. So Tombstone, one of those that, because I've got the video out there on, I think I put it on the TikTok, another one where I ask people, hey, what's a movie that you've seen 100 times that when it comes on you still watch it?
Right.
So would this qualify as one of those movies that if you're scrolling through and Tombstone's on, do you stop and watch?
100%. I do.
So we'll give it a thumbs up. All right, Damien, Brandon, Stewart, you get one check mark up here. All right, so what do you got next?
I've got probably the all-time greatest comedic Western, and the funny thing is that it was actually made the year I was born, 1974. All-time favorite, Mel Brooks' Blazing Saddles.
That was I watched that when I was at the stock horse event over the weekend, and it was on one of the channels you can get on the TV. It's on us, so I watched it for a little while. So all right, so we'll give that one that'll get a thumbs up. And also, speaking of that movie, I couldn't stop thinking of that movie the other day. When you probably did too, when you saw on the news that 18-wheeler flipped over in Dallas with that load of dimes.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, an 18-wheeler.
Somebody go get me a blank
load
of dimes.
That's all I could think when I saw that. But yeah, there was an 18-wheeler carrying a load of, it was 8,000 pounds of dimes. I don't know, something like that. But it was
wow, that's crazy.
18-wheeler load of dimes that flipped over.
Yeah, I definitely think of Blazing Saddles with that.
All right, so this one here, I like this one. I do watch this one, so I'll give this a check mark. I will watch it. Every time it comes on, I see it, and sometimes I'll just throw on the DVD for the heck of it. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
So far, he's 3 for 3, because I agree on all of these.
This
is much better than last week's list.
That's a good one. Now, as far as comedic westerns, because we got some feedback here in the live.
Yeah.
As far as comedic westerns, you can't not throw Rustler's Rhapsody in there.
Yeah, I did watch that. You told me about that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
You've got that. That's another good one. That's one of those that I watched as a kid that I didn't realize was a comedy until I got older. I was like, oh wait, this was supposed to be funny. Huh. Didn't pick up on that. So you got to check that one out. Also, I think Jelly Roll they say Jelly Roll may still be in town too, so maybe a little rolling action over there.
There you go.
A couple of rollers. All right, so what's your next movie you got there?
All right. Now, this one, just by the people in it, you know it's a great movie. It's John Wayne, Dean Martin, and this one's Rio Bravo. Yep. Now, I would say it is a great movie. I have seen it, but it's probably not one I'm going to click on every time it's on.
Nope.
I may scroll past that one.
Uh-oh.
Depends on what kind of mood I'm in.
We'll give it a B. Well, yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know. John Wayne movies, I'd rather watch Clint Eastwood movies than John Wayne movies, but I will watch some John Wayne when it's on. This one here I have not seen, so I have no frame of reference on this movie because I haven't seen it. And it's called The Great Train Robbery. And they say the Great Train Robbery kicked off the world of film and the love for westerns. And the reason why I haven't seen this movie, now that I'm reading this, The Great Train Robbery is a silent film.
Yeah, I'm going to roll past that one.
So that's probably why I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It's a silent film that follows a group of outlaws who stage a train robbery and are pursued by a local posse. The bandits get a conductor to uncouple passenger cars. They steal the money from the mail car on the train. All right.
All right.
Even though Marcus Lee is in the comment section. Those of you watching on Canyon Star TV, yeah, sometimes we do run these live and we have certain guests on. We will throw a live out there for you, but Canyon Star TV, you are the place to watch all the time. But Marcus Lee, what if Marcus Lee is going to be at World Finals? Is he in town? I know he was in town for the American. I think he found a empty bottle somewhere or something. I think I heard. What's the next one you got?
Next one I've got is The Searchers. It's a perfect search and rescue western, and this one is a really good movie. It's about a band of men in pursuit of captives of Comanche Native Americans, and this is right after the Civil War. And I remember watching this with my dad quite a bit. This was one of his favorites. So it definitely should make the list.
All right. So we'll give you an A+ on that one too. This one I have not seen, so I'm not for sure what this is. I haven't seen it, but it's called Winchester 73.
I've never heard of it either.
I've never heard of that. It shows one man's pursuit against injustice in a stolen iconic rifle. So Winchester 73 follows Lynn McAdams on pursuing a stolen rifle after he wins it in a contest. A shooting contest. I was like, what contest? Keep reading and it'll tell you. Lynn enters a shooting contest with the grand prize being a rare, masterfully crafted rifle, a Winchester 1873. Well, Dutch Henry Brown, his rival, stole the rifle and sold it. But yet somehow the rifle makes it back to him. So he's tracking this rifle.
Okay.
And which leads to many confrontations and unique characters along the way. All right. I have not seen that, so I can't grade it.
Nope.
You got another one?
I do. I've got The Wild Bunch, and it is about a group of aging outlaws and how they cope with dying in the Old West. I can kind of relate to this. As we grow older, I'm like, okay, how are we going out? Let's go out with a bang. So it sounds like that's what this is about. It follows a group of aging outlaws in 1913 when the days of the Wild West were drawing close. Led by Pike Bishop, a group attempts a high-stake robbery in Texas, but the robbery is botched, so they flee to Mexico, and then in Mexico they attempt to lay low and work, but a ruthless Mexican general is making sure he puts together one last score. So he brings these guys in, and I guess they want to show that they still got it one more time.
All right.
I have not seen it, so I've heard of it, never watched it.
I don't know if you're in the comments, Cap. I think you'd enjoy what's happening over there. Let's see what else we got here. Man, this one, I've watched this one a couple of times, but it's not one of those that I'm going to put on and watch.
No.
Because I've seen it, and I can say I've seen it, but I don't know, Jamie Foxx trying to do a Western doesn't seem like a Western.
Nope.
A Western type guy. Then this other guy that plays in there, I can't stand that guy.
Which one?
I can't think what his name is. He's the guy that owns the place, the plantation owner guy.
Oh yeah, I can't think.
I can't stand that
too,
guy
yeah.
in anything he's in. But Django Unchained, what made the list?
Well,
Django Unchained.
He started out strong with his list, and then he just kind of went off the deep end and started picking some stuff that should have never been in there. How do you have a top 10 without some of the all-time classics?
I know. I like that he just had a list of about 5 and just threw a bunch of randoms in there.
I guess so.
Randoms in there. What's the last? Oh, you got one more. What do you got?
Do I have another one?
Last one. What is it?
All right. Well, this is another one I have not seen. So it says Once Upon a Time in the West is a tale of revenge that never gets old. Once Upon a Time in the West follows a mysterious gunslinger known as Harmonica, who seeks revenge against an evil assassin working with her railroad tycoon. Frank, the assassin, will sink to any low, like killing a man, to seize his land for the railroad. It's best performance by Peter Fonda, so clearly it's an older movie.
It's an old show then.
And maybe why I missed that one.
I have not seen it.
Nope.
Somebody chimed in about the Unfinished Life with Robert Redford, Morgan Freeman.
I haven't seen that.
I don't think I've seen it unless I've seen it and didn't know it by that name.
But just by those actors kind of inspires me to want to go watch it.
Go see what it is.
Saying it's good. Yeah, I love those guys.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, anything Clint Eastwood should have made the list.
I'm
They
with
got
you,
the
though,
one.
and I may get shot after saying this, but I would much rather watch a Clint Eastwood than a John Wayne.
The John
Western.
Wayne, yeah, I just don't.
Something about him.
Yeah, John Wayne just never was appealing to me.
My favorite John Wayne movie, and if they were ever going to remake a movie, I think this would be a great one to remake, especially with as many people interested in westerns now. That's the Cowboys. That's where John Wayne, he loses all his ranch hands, he takes those kids and goes on a cattle drive, and I think that'd be a great movie to be remade.
Yeah, I was thinking, didn't they remake that? But no, they remade True Grit. That's the one.
Yeah,
they
they remade True Grit, and it was decent.
With what's his name?
Matt Damon.
No, with the other guy, not Matt Damon. True Grit. They did it with.
It was
I just watched him in The Old Man. The dude abides.
Nick Nolte.
No.
What is that guy's
it's
name?
the dude.
Oh, Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
All right.
Jeff
Sorry,
Bridges.
guys. Jeff Bridges.
Like Nick Nolte.
Yeah.
You mean Gary Busey?
Yeah, they're all about the same.
But yeah. So that's a good one. Outlaw and Josie Wells. That's a good one.
One of my favorites.
That's a good one too. There's so I'm gonna have to get down. I'm gonna have to break down and do this again. I did it before, but I don't like writing stuff down.
Right.
And that's what happened. So I did a list years ago on Netflix. Top 10s on Netflix.
Yeah.
So I guess we're just gonna do our own list and make our own list and put it out there because I get these. There was another one that they sent me that was like the top 15 westerns here and this western here and it's just blown up with everybody want to watch westerns.
It is hard because there's just so many of them. I mean, American Cowboy. Think of how many movies have made just off of strictly westerns. I mean, it's hard to rank the best 10.
They've got to we need some more of them. Speaking of Fistful of Dollars and all, they need some more of the spaghetti westerns. Some more of them old
I would like to see them come
westerns.
back. And the movie we've got coming out could dang near fall into that by accident.
When's your movie coming out?
Well, I've actually got the first 18 minutes fully completed, edited and everything. But we've got it edited. It's sent off to music. We're doing music and sound, and we're hoping to have a premiere early fall.
I don't know why it's so funny to laugh when you say you only got 18 minutes finished, and then I think about the name of the show. I'm like, well, that's about all she needs.
Right. What'd you do with the other 10 minutes?
Yeah. 310 to Yuma's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that one.
310 to Yuma, chiming in on the text feed. 310 to Yuma. That was a good one. I'm trying to think there's got to be something else.
I'm sorry. I think Young Guns has got to throw in there too.
Okay.
That's a movie I'm going to watch. If I'm flipping through channels and that's on, I'm usually going to hang out there and watch that one.
I saw somewhere where they're going to make another one.
I did see something.
I saw something about that. And I figured, why not? Now's the time to do it. While westerns are hot, you might as well throw another one out there.
Speaking of, here's a new western that came out that I thought was kind of interesting. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen Old Henry?
Don't think so.
You need to check that one out. It's a pretty new movie, probably 2 or 3 years out, and it's just modern. I mean, I say modern western, modern made western, but I mean it's got a good twist to it. You should watch it. It's pretty good.
Oh, now you reminded me of a movie I watched.
It's got
The Ones Who Want Me Dead or something like that. Have you seen that? Well, whoever wrote this movie, I think the idea was they were going to cash in on Yellowstone.
Yeah.
So it's got Cole Hauser and Forey in the movie.
Okay.
The movie's terrible. It's so bad. So I don't think it ever went anywhere.
Right.
And I think it's called Those Who Wish Me Dead or something dead or
I haven't seen it.
Dead Gone.
I've seen the previews because I did see. When I saw Cole Hauser, I was like, let me check this out. Yeah, I didn't watch it.
It's so bad. That show's terrible. But yeah, it's got Forey and Cole Hauser. I think there's even somebody else. I can't remember who he is that they pulled from Yellowstone over there, and I figured they thought they was gonna cash in on the Yellowstone fame. And
that Old Henry, the star in Old Henry. Have you ever seen the Ballad of Buster Scruggs?
Yeah.
Okay, so the singing cowboy, he's Old Henry. But he's very serious. I mean,
I think I did see that.
It's a good movie.
You know, another chiming in over here. You got Taylor Sheridan is doing Empire of the Summer Moon.
Okay.
Which they're claiming to be this generation's On Some Dove.
Really?
Which I think is going to be, isn't it to be about what's Killer of the Flower Moon? I guess what I'm thinking of.
I saw that.
It's similar to that.
What do you think of that one?
I don't think I've seen that. That one's on a book on tape.
I don't know. It's Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, maybe I did see that. I think I did see that. I just kept waiting for him to fall off the boat. But yeah, I did see that. I'm trying to think what other Western. I'm gonna have to sit down and do that because I see this stuff floating around. And I start thinking, oh, well, this and this and this, and then I get blank. Like,
man, it's hard to come up with just 10. When you really start putting pencil to paper, man.
Well, that's why when I did the list I did a couple years ago. Okay, so Taylor Sheridan's Empire of the Summer Moon is going to be what Comanche Moon was supposed to be.
Okay. So
we will see. 'Cause Taylor's writing the hits. As long as he doesn't act in them, he's writing the hits. I don't know. It's one of them deals though. If you build it, you built it, you might as well play in it.
Yeah. At least he's not writing roles for himself to star in.
Yeah.
He's making some cameos. He's got some character. At least he's not like, I'm going to write this and show the world how great and wonderful I am. I'm going to make me the lead character. And
yeah. So he does throw his comic relief in there sometimes, and it rubs the people the wrong way. But I'm like, just let the man do what he does.
Hey, it's working.
It's filling the bank.
Yeah.
The bank is full. But what else is there? It's about the Comanche and the beginning of the Texas Rangers. That's what Comanche Moon.
Okay.
Or I guess what the other one's going to be. That's what's chimed in. All right, we did our Westerns. We did our PBR highlights. We did all that except for one we got left. We got one trailer. We're gonna leave it to you with this trailer right here that will be out May 22nd. It comes out on Freeform, and then I think in June it hits Hulu. And it is going to feature someone that you may have seen on the show back in the old days, 2013. She was on the show, and now she's starring in her movie called Not Her First Rodeo. So check it out.
I knew that I had a purpose to ride bulls. Sometimes it's people's first time seeing bull riding, let alone seeing a girl ride a bull.
Hang on tight. Not Her First Rodeo, May 22nd on Freeform.